Hi everyone. It's me, Galloway. Yep, me. I just wanted to get on here and tell a little story of the craziest thing that happened to me today at dinner. Today was a very successful day. I had a great day. Got up, had a headlight changed because my headlight went out at Mannheim Tire and Auto. Yeah, Mannheim Tire and Auto. That's the name of it. Allison Fund. It is the business of her family. Her father works there, and they've been very sweet to me over the last week. They did an oil change last week, and so yeah, when I found out I had a headlight out, I went out there and they quickly fixed it today. So there's a little plug for them. Oh, and I got to see Allison Fund, and because she was there today, and I got to say goodbye to her. Anyway, it was very lovely seeing her. Then I went shopping. I did a little thrift shopping today. I wanted to hit some places, and my last little stop was here in Lancaster. Was at the Goodwill. So I stopped by there. That was my last stop of all the places I wanted to go. And by that time, I was really hungry, and I noticed that there was this little like Chinese restaurant, little buffet place right next door. So I thought, okay, run in here and get some Chinese food. So I go in and I'm sitting there. I'm by myself. There's not very many people in the restaurant. It's kind of empty. My waitress comes and she serves me my drink, gets me all settled, but I'm noticing it was, throughout my meal, every time she came to me to like refill my drink or ask me if I needed anything, I would answer her and be like, "No, I'm good, thank you," or "Thank you, yes, for refilling the drink." It was always one of those things like she would do something and then she would just stand there for a second looking at me and smiling, and I would be like, "Okay, thanks." And she would then, she would leave. But it was like each time, and it was weird. But then I started noticing out of the corner of my eye, I'm like looking over, and I see her talking to other staff members at the restaurant. And they're like they're looking at me. They're like obviously talking about me. So then I started getting kind of paranoid because I was like, is something weird? Am I dressed? Like, is something on my face maybe? So I didn't quite know what to think about it. But then she finally came back over, and she very quietly, like, kind of leaned down a little bit, and she was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Yes," and she was like, "Are you famous?" And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not famous." I said, "Do you mean, do I look like somebody, like on television?" And she was like, "No." And then she just walked away. She just left me like that. She was like, "No," and left. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, like a good maybe like 5 minutes pass, and here she comes back, but she's got stuff in her hand, okay? And I'm sitting there, and she reaches down and she puts a photo in front of me on the table. It is a photo of myself and her and Amanda Morgan at the Dutch Apple from when we did King and I here. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "This is us." I was like, "This is us." And she's like, "Yes." And I noticed that in the photo, I was wearing the exact same ball cap as I am right now. Like I'm wearing, that I was wearing in the restaurant. And I was like, "Oh, you recognize me because of this hat?" And she's like, "Yes." She was like, "You look different, very different." And I said, "Well, yeah, I have hair and a facial hair, and I don't know. It was just funny. It was funny." So I started texting Amanda Morgan because I was like, "This is so weird." Okay, so anyway, not only did she have a photo of me and Amanda and her, she had our program that we had signed from the show and showed it to me. And then she also had this photo of her standing in front of a King and I billboard that was here in Lancaster with me and Amanda on it. It was just a photo. It's like on the side of the road. It was the billboard is behind her, and it is a photo of her, just like you know, with her hand up. It looked like she had been trying to wave. But yeah, it was just a photo of her with her hand up. I was laughing the entire time. Like, I was flattered, but then I was like, it dawned on me, I was like, why do you have these here? Like, why do you have this? I was like, she's like, oh, I live here. And I was like, in the restaurant. She was like, mm-hmm. And I was like, her English, okay, let's also say this. Her English was very broken, and it was a lot of us, her and I trying to talk was complicated. Okay. Because I was gathering information from her, like, apparently King and I, from what I could tell that she was telling me, was one of her favorite movies. That's what she was saying. Favorite movie from when she was a little girl growing up. She had apparently seen our show, our production here in Lancaster. She had seen it 3 times. But anyway, so like she's telling me all this stuff. Oh, and then I was like, well, it's so nice that, yeah, I was like, thank you so much. So I was like, this really means a lot, and it's so nice. And she came back. She had brought a menu. She wanted me to sign it. I was like, okay. And I was like, thank you, this is so nice. And she was like, and then she says, very nice getting to know you. I was like, yes, oh, I get it. Yes, getting to know you, like the show, yes. I was like, it's very nice getting to know you too. I was like, yes. I said, well, my name is Galloway. And then I said, my name is Galloway, and you are insane. I'm sorry. You are insane. I just didn't know what to say. I was like, your name? That's your name? She's like, mm-hmm. I couldn't say it back to her. There was no way I was going to, because I was hearing insane. That's what I was hearing. But I was like, I don't know if that's exactly what she's saying. Anyway. She was very sweet, an adorable, adorable girl, and an amazing waitress. Really good. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this story because it did involve, it involved Amanda Morgan, who I was I was texting her the whole time because I just couldn't believe it was happening. So yeah, I am famous. I'm famous. I'm famous here in Lancaster. Thank you. And so is Amanda Morgan, because she talked a lot about you too, honey. She was telling me all about that dress, and how much she loved that dress. But yeah, that's my story. It was a fun day, and had a great fun ending afternoon. It was an insane meeting, so I was happy to have it. But yeah, so there it is. There's my story. Love y'all.